Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a video. It's a Calvinball layout and a Christie's Beautiful Life sketch. Let's see if I can find the sketch. It's here. Right side up, the original sketch. It has two landscape photos. I have a portrait photo and a card that I colored for back when you got points for doing that. That's when I started this project many days ago. It is the day 6 sketch, and today is day 16, so it's sometime in the last 10 days. I started this project, and then when I looked at it, I had glued this down. It wasn't centered, and I was looking at ungluing it, and it's kind of a sad page for me anyway. So I just kind of put it away, and I decided to finish it today. It's not going to be any less sad, I'm afraid. But if you'll bear with me, we'll get through it. So we'll do it with this orientation. Obviously, the banner is already on there, and then the background paper is there. All these papers are from a 6x6 pad that I think is Webster's Pages. I just kind of grabbed it at the time, and I've got this Disney Echo Park Magic and Wonder, and this set of embossed stickers from Marcella by Kay that has one or two stickers that I may want to use. That's from, these were all in the same drawer, which was a kids and school kind of drawer of supplies, and Disney, fun kind of stuff. Anyway, so I'm gonna finish it, and we'll see where we go with it. I'm gonna try to stick this. Well, actually, I'll stick it there. That should work. I'll just kind of put something there, and kind of right in, well, let me get the photos on first. I stamped this with an October afternoon clock stamp that you've seen me use before. That's it right there. And I used this color box green ink by Doodlebug Design, just because I thought that green would match this. It doesn't actually, but this clock is gonna barely show anyway. My journaling is on bright white paper, and this is kind of distressed, more cream sort of paper, but I don't care. What I'm saying is that when I went on a walk by myself, which is how I do walks these days, because I lost my walking partner, saw these daffodils, and redbuds were kind of John's thing. When they came out, when they bloomed, when the daffodils came up and the redbuds bloomed, he knew spring was on its way, and it wouldn't be too long before the pool would open, and we both kind of lived for our time in the pool. And he just would have been so excited. These were the first ones. These are our neighbor across the street has these in his yard, and he would have seen those and been really excited, and we'd he'd have celebrated the fact that spring is on its way, and he won't see spring. Damn it. Okay, so I'm gonna stop that. I also colored, at the time, like I said, coloring something yourself got you a point in Calvinball. And so I colored this. I'm looking for the foam. And I colored it in what I call sunflower kind of colors. Yellow, bright stop sign, in your face, yellow was John's favorite color. He liked green, and he liked various, let's not put it upside down. So I gave these, I colored these flowers with lots of yellows and oranges and lots of nice warm colors. Okay, and I've got little, some little bits that I pulled. There were some punch out kinds of things that actually, let's do it more right there. That doesn't show up well on there. I'm going to put this in here. Basically, I've met the sketch requirements almost. Now it's a matter of Calvinball points. I have cut this from this set of stickers, and I'm going to use it to hold my title. I'm going to put it up in the corner like you see in the original. There's this kind of little title cluster there. So I'm going to just kind of place that here, and I'll space it down a little bit. I may move it over there and then use this for an embellishment cluster. Let's see. The title I wanted to use was Field Trip, just because when we went out on walks, especially in spring, they were kind of like field trips to see what's in bloom and to kind of talk about what of our neighbors' flowers we'd like to have in our own yard and things like that. So I thought that was an appropriate title. And of course that comes from the educational stickers here. And I'm going to kind of cover up some of that red with this title. And then I'll add some other embellishments around there. But to bring that same color into to repeat it, elsewhere on the page, I'm going to kind of slide this in and let it just be just an element that adds that color. Okay, let's see what else I want in here. I need a stamp. Well, one thing that I wanted to do was put these houses on here because it kind of signifies a neighborhood, and it was a neighborhood walk that we always took. We were the couple that walks all over the neighborhood, and so that's what I was doing at the time. And I'm going to put this house, they're the same house, but if I put this tree here, maybe that won't be quite so obvious. Okay, and let me get this guy. Okay, and I may put this guy right here because it kind of looks like a red bud. And I mentioned red buds in the, what's funny, James and I were driving back from the gym a few days ago. It was after I had done the first part of this page, and we passed down a street that had a lot of red buds in the esplanade, I guess you would call it. And I'm going to put this little phrase sticker that says us, because it's about us, even if us isn't in the picture. I'm going to fussy cut this little row of books, kind of just for the Calvinball points, but also because the colors work nicely, and they could be gardening books, right? I just actually went through a group of books, and I have an aversion to tossing any gardening book, because I expect to garden until my last day on the planet, and I'm always referring to those books as for techniques and information and so on and so forth, and just for examples in the pretty pictures. One of my favorites is a book called Houston Garden Book, and it's I'm gonna maybe put that right there. How about that? We'll just do that. This matches the pattern paper that's matting that photo. So it kind of just adds that color to those two colors and kind of makes it belong maybe a little bit better than it once did. Let me stamp this butterfly. I keep reusing this butterfly stamp because I love it. I need stamping and I need butterflies. Let's go, where do I want this butterfly? Maybe up here in the green, maybe, see that's stamped, so I didn't really need a stamped butterfly, but let me put one right there. Now the background paper is embossed, so this may not come out right. Oh, it came out great. Okay, that works. I'm not going to complain. I'll kind of put that aside. I need stars, so I'm going to go find some stars on this. I'll find a star on this guy. I'm trying to use Disney supplies and make the page not look Disney-ish. This says you and me, which I can put right here because it's about you and me. Okay. Anything else I want to use from here? I think I'm done from this. Done with that, so I'll put that off to the side. Now, I'm going to just use one of each of some of these things, just to get a little whimsical color here and there. Let me pull a white sequin. These are things I used on the last layout I did, and so they're handy on the table, and they'll help me complete this page which has been sitting around for far too long. Here, this sequin seems to have something stuck to the underside of it, so hopefully that'll work. I like this. It's part of a bow, and it's glittered, so that works. Let's see. Star. I need a star or a heart. Heart I'm gonna put right here next to the you and me. And I didn't think that this is one of those that the last one that I did, I'd actually kind of planned it out, pulled all the specific items I was going to use for Calvinball points, and then put the page together. Right now I'm going with whatever's on the table. I'm not going to think through or consult the list. This brings in that kind of color green there, which is nowhere else on the page. Let me get a star, and I'm gonna put the star up with the title cluster. And I apologize for peeling my perspectives here on camera. Not the most exciting thing you could watch, right? There. And I'm supposed to have washi tape. Let me go. I have a think I have washi tape. Okay, this is something I need. I was going to say, I think I have some washi tape flowers, and I do in this box. This is a box called Tropical, so I have lots of tropical embellishments in here, and I don't want anything too big, but I think this is cute. I need the color pink, I need washi tape, and I need something tropical. So this is a flamingo, which is pretty tropical, right? And I'm gonna put my pink flamingo. I had the pink in there that would have worked. I'm just gonna kind of overlay it there. It has nothing to do with the story other than it's conceivable that we could, these are good for tropical, right? Just for tropical leaves. And I'm going to bring these out so that they're easier to find on my table, because those are always easy to put, to kind of sneak in onto a page. Now, I need I've got llamas, and I've got, I don't know, how appropriate is it to have a unicorn? I'm gonna cut the unicorn. Is that my best unicorn? I have a rather large, cute one there. I have mermaid tails. Let me go with this unicorn, just because its color scheme does not go with anything else I've used. I'm gonna kind of sneak it under here. Or do I want to sneak it under here? Let me cut that. And then I can do it like that. I know before I started all this adding of points, I had a fairly well color coordinated. Here's the unicorn. Never mind, we're not going to use that one. We're going to use this one from Head in the Clouds by Chamel because it has clouds, and all I have to do is find a rainbow to put back behind there, like right there. And surely I have a rainbow somewhere. I tell you what, I had some rainbows in here. Here's a rub-on. I need a rub-on. And, and look, there's a unicorn. These are holographic, and they would have counted for the holographic point, but that's not an active point anymore. That point's been canceled and taken away. Okay, so let's pull the backing off of there, and it already has the clouds, so I wouldn't have needed that. But let's see what we can do here. And I don't know if this will show up on the green. It should, because it's holographic. Okay, it's not coming out. I pulled. Why? Those are rub-ons, and I've used them before. So why isn't that rubbing on or rubbing off? Whatever. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to fussy cut around it and glue it on. I get the image and I don't worry about whether it transfers. That's odd because, as you saw, I took the backing paper off, and I'm feeling the image with my left index finger now, and it certainly feels sticky like it's supposed to. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. So we'll kind of put that there. Okay, so that has those things. Let's see what else I wanted to do. There's a bit of ribbon here that I can slice off like that, and I can staple it. Right here, and let me see if I can work it into this title cluster. Maybe slide it under there, yeah, and I'll staple it onto the page. Okay, let's see, a frame. There's a bit of a frame here. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it thinner. There, I thought I might try to use it here. Let's see. Oh, I could use this other side of it. All right, that's kind of